Hey, it's Marky Mark. Today we're going to show you how the wedding planner makes state park signs. Stay tuned. Hey, Marky Mark here, and I am going to be talking to you today about how to do some, some semi not so professional routing of some signs that are very popular. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to take a quick look. I'm down in my little work area here, and I've got state park font templates here to use. They snap together really easily, as you can see. It's pretty cool. And so, you figure out what you want. You lay them out where you want. I've already got one laid out. All I'm going to do is slide it down here. And I'm going to make two on this one piece of pallet wood. I like to use pallet wood just because it routes very easily. I do everything freehand, so again, no machines or anything like that. So basically, I'm spelling out the word Rockhurst, as you can see, twice. And then you can see that they're all stenciled. R1, it's all... you can see they're all labeled R1. So after I complete this, I'll come back and I'll grab the R2 and I'll replace that there, and I'll replace the O2 with the O1 and go back over and trace it again. And then I'll have the whole word kind of like this here. As you can see, we've got Cleverdale ready to go. There's some pilot knobs. Throughway is there. There's a few. So I like to get all my signs laid out and stenciled first, and then I'll go out and route them all, and then the next day, or whenever I paint them. So here's kind of what they look like. We get them painted. These are the regular ones, so these are the lower cost ones that I make, and they're plain with brown letters. The more expensive ones, which cost a little bit more, actually look like the state park sign, so they're brown with the yellow letters. Same thing. I've got one for basically every, so I make one of each here, but follow along. We're on this phase right now, and then we'll show you the rest. Alright, so we're here in the woodshed, and I've got the signs here ready to go, ready to be routed. And I do everything freehand. Again, we're not a professional woodworking shop here. I do it for fun, really. I make a little bit of money, but I do it for fun. It keeps me busy during the slow months and stuff. But anyway, getting started. Got my table in front of me, chair behind me. I'm going to sit down and route these. First thing is you want to make sure these signs aren't going to move. Again, I do everything freehand, so if you're a professional with a machine router, I don't do that. It's all done freehand. Make sure they're clamped down to the table so the signs don't move, right? That's the first step. Get everything done there. Alright, so I'm ready to route. Got my stuff all set, right? Most important thing, gotta wear safety glasses. Routing, if you don't have the vacuum and everything attached to it, like I don't, as you can see, gotta have your safety glasses on. I'm using a 1/2-inch core box router on this. It's round. And I'm just going to adjust it down a little bit so it doesn't get too deep on me. That should be good. I'm going to do a test. And I just follow the pattern. Again, I use my hands to control the router. No special machines or anything like that, It is what it is. I'm not trying to make a high-end product here. What I'm trying to do is just make a sign that's, made by hand. So this is basically it right here. Alright, so here we go. Turn it on and start the routing with the router, facing you so you can see it. So there's my W all done. Get you a little closer here. My W is all done. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to sand this later. You'll see that disappear. So again, not a super high end, anything, but by the time I do it all, and then we'll cut the end off here, yeah, it's going to be a sign. And you can make them, and they look cool, and they almost look like they're professionally made. I mean, I'm not going to discount the fact that I'm not a professional, but again, not a high end woodworking shop. This is how the wedding planner does it. So we'll come back to you in a minute. All right, so we have all the signs routed now. And the last step for this, other than cutting them, wherever I want to cut them, which I'll do next, is to just get all this black off and whatnot and make sure it's smooth. So once again, make sure your safety glasses are on. I'm using a basic bench grinder here, with a wood thing on it here. And pretty simple. Just going over it. I'm going to take it down the whole way, get all that off. I'm going to hit the edges, smooth them out a little bit. Top and bottom. Easy enough. Now the biggest thing with this, because these are going to be natural signs, so they're going to be painted, the letters are going to be painted inside. We're going to show you that in the next step. So I don't need to, I just want to make sure all the black is off the marker, it's all gone, because this is going to be the finish, it's all done. Now if I were to be painting this brown and doing the yellow letters like State Park, I realistically wouldn't have to worry about it at all, but I'm going to make sure that, I got my sign looking good, and you can see the difference. The grinder takes it down pretty good. And that's it. It's basically a piece of pallet wood sign. These are very, very cheap to make. Pallets are pretty much free. You can get them anywhere. Get them at Lowe's and anywhere you find pallets laying around. You can grab them. You got to break them down. That's probably a whole other episode we'll shoot. But anyway, just want to get you started on that. So I'm going to finish right now all these ones that I've routed. All right, so we're back, and we are working on a couple different phases of the signs. The first one are the signs that are going to be the brown or whatever color as a background. We're getting them all painted on the front. That's the first part before we can cut in all the letters. So as you can see here, I'm working on some of the state park signs that are already set to go. And then, of course, we also have there's some black ones that are getting ready to be done. So they're all painted black. And then we have another state park one. That one's in works, as you see. And then, of course, there's a couple more that are going to be done. These ones are going to be the plain with the brown letters. So they're going to be opposite. So they don't need to be coated. They're all over here ready to go. And that's it. We got our extra paint for the, we have our super paint for the state park brown. And then the yellow is going to follow that. Stay tuned. All right, so now as you can see, we are working on the plain finish brown letter only signs. And like I said, everything is handmade, hand painted, a little bit of time invested. It's just, bringing that paint in, finishing off those letters, getting it done. It's actually fun. It's kind of therapeutic, and we have a good time doing it. So this is the process that we go through, just hand painting all your signs. And again, they're not machine made. They're not, super perfect, but that's the that definitely reflects the price you pay. You're helping the local economy, and you're also getting something that is handmade versus a machine-made sign, and it's really cool. So as we do this kind of stuff, you can see what they look like right here. Right? We still got some unfinished ones that we're working on, but there you go. And that's what they're looking like. Of course, those ones are going to be, painted with the other colors later and stuff, but it's still a great sign and a great way to help out the local economy and get something at a very affordable price. So stay tuned. More coming. All right, so you can see that we are doing the second coat now of the yellow. And a lot of this coat is really just a kind of a dabbing coat. The first coat covers all right. But what I found with this particular paint that I have is that it does require 2 coats, and as you can see, a lot of this second coat is really just kind of dabbing more paint in there to help fill in the blanks. So let's show you what it looks like. Hopefully you can see the T, H, R, and E are 2-coated, and the Y, the W is not. Neither is that second word. So hopefully you can see that this is a little more coverage, and these other ones still got to have another coat yet. It's hard to tell in the lighting. These ones are only 1-coated. They look good, but you can kind of see they need to be filled in. So we're gonna coat those up as well, and then we'll be done. We've already made a whole bunch of other ones there. The SK ones are done, so those are just white filled in, and a bunch of other ones that we did. Okay. Alright, my State Park yellows are done. Brown paint, 2 coats on that. The other ones are done. We've got a ton of them done over on the other side there. And that's going to be it. So that's how the wedding planner does it. You make a nice, cheap, affordable sign. You can get most of these tools at any of your home improvement stores for under 40 bucks a piece. So essentially you need a router and a bit set. And then you need some sanders or something like that. Again, we're not doing anything crazy. We're not doing this, like a professional shop or anything like that. We're just showing you how the wedding planner does it. So, and then of course you need some kind of stencils to lay those out. I use some really cool ones, the State Park font ones, but again, you can use whatever you want. So, hope you enjoyed this episode. That's how the wedding planner does it, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.